Hey, hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to your bright new beginning. Happy December 1st. We are in the final countdown. It's the final countdown do of the year 2025. OMG, what a ride. Has it been fun? Some. Some. We make the fun, right? So, anyways, welcome everybody to this Monday intuitive connection with the angels. And perhaps some of you are earth angels. As I asked yesterday, would we even know? Probably not. So, for those of you who don't know, my name is Lisa Delightful Lyle, and this is my heart's offering here on YouTube. A very warm welcome to all of you who continue to come back and support me and this channel. And of course, a very warm welcome to all of you who are new and finding this awesome space for the first time. So if anything here does resonate with you, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. It really does support balanced exchange. It supports the ability of the messages to reach a broader audience. And so I'm so grateful for all of your engagement here. I do feel like I should mention also that anything shared here is really shared with the intent that it's timeless. So that simply means whenever you come across these messages, I'm trusting and have faith that there will be something here that supports you on your continued spiritual awakening and the continued exploration of the depths of you. So, let's get this going again. All right. So, at this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting us in moving forward on our bright new beginning at this time, one step at a time, step by step. Ooh, baby, I'm gonna get to you. Whatever. I don't really know that song. I know that part of the song. So, how are we all doing? It is December the 1st, 2025. And what a ride 2025 has been. Is the hermit ready to come out yet and open up that lantern and shine their healing light, their starlight into the world? I would suspect if you have been doing the inner work, you are about ready to come out and show the world what you are all about, showing the world your heart. And this is the most courageous act of all, to go out into the world and show up as we are, crazy hair and all. You guys are about to go with me through my crazy hair phase. I don't think I'm going to cut this before the spring. We'll see. Anywho, so can you show yourself to the world as you are? No exceptions. Can you show up whether you're having a good day, a so-so day, or not such a great day? Are you able to continue to show up? Because we were told yesterday, as we connected in with the energy for the week, we got 3 cards of new beginnings. We got the beginner's breath, or first breath, the beginner's mind. And then we've got new beginning. And then we had new beginning again. So are you ready for a new experience? Are you ready for something more than you have experienced thus far? Because now is the time to step beyond the confines and limitations of the mind and move into the essence of the soul, that the sacred heart that beats within you and I love it on all the if we look at religious icons. I don't have one right close by, like a candle, but every time we see a candle, say with our brother Yeshua on it, he's always doing this and pointing to his heart, right? This is the gateway of the resurrection. This is how we ascend through our heart space. We're here having a human experience, which is very dense. It's very challenging. This planetary realm is, it's very destabilizing. And it's crazy. It's crazy, right? It's like literally crazy. So you and I aren't crazy. We're not crazy. We are the ones, we're amazing, is what I'm hearing. And we are the ones who came here to shake things up, shift it up. And we must do that in our own life, in our own experience. And so as we begin to wrap up this, it was 555 there. As we begin to wrap up this Gregorian year, there is a lot. OMG. There's a lot going on. And so let's just tune into, we'll try to get, what are they asking me for? I got two. So they're just saying go for the two. So I got two cards from the Angels of Atlantis, and they're amazing. And we've already seen Metatron here yesterday. Look at this, miracles. We are miracles. And the fact that we have lived through and overcome everything that we have lived through and overcome is a miracle. And so we should treat ourselves accordingly. We should act as if we are miracles. We should live as if we know the truth of who we are, which is a beautiful child of God, a beautiful child of Source. And this speaks, look, this is like the new beginning. And yesterday it was like, can we put our hand out? I was guided to wear this little bamboo number today with all the butterflies on it, because like we have transformed. If your experience up to this point in 2025, if you're catching this in 2025, has been anything like my experience, you are not the same person, the same guy or gal that's going to be walking out of this year as you were coming into this year. And that's for sure. And with any luck, you have gained much more clarity. You have gained much more stability from within your experience, deeper sense of peace. I've got the peace that passes understanding down in my heart. Where? Luna's crying. We've got a whole bunch of stuff going on here in the home front. And go on, Lou. Lou, go. You can do it. Go. Jump. Go. Good girl. So yesterday we received Metatron in this, and this card here has come up twice, like last week and this week. And this platinum light is what I'm really guided to, because those of you who were here, who have been checking in or tuning in on a regular basis, hey, Wolf Mother, welcome back. Yay. Those of you who were here last week, I had mentioned about having this great big platinum orb, like come and basically right beside me. I was like, oh, who's that? Perhaps it was Metatron. And Metatron is saying that we have experienced miraculous healing this year, which is leading us to this abundant new beginning. And I'm pretty sure yesterday we had abundant too. We had the Feast of Plenty. We had, let me just see, was there abundance here? Oh, yes, abundance. And here it is again. We are not meant here to be driven insane by those who actually are insane, those who don't have the same blood of Source running through their veins as you and I do. And so this is a really exciting start to this message today, miracles and abundance. Are you ready? Yesterday we were guided to walk out of November, leaving everything behind, our expectations behind, and our expectations of ourselves and others. Because let's be honest, I don't know about you, but I have high ideals and high expectations of myself, which sometimes I can't meet because they're so damn high. And so if we can't even live up to our own expectations, how on God's green earth dear Mother Gaia, are others going to live up to our expectations? Well, the answer to that is they're not. They're not. And we're going to, if we live in such a way where we are placing expectations outside of ourselves on others, we are going to be sorely disappointed. And we'll likely end up resentful and drinking the poison of our own thoughts. We're not here for that. We are the sacred chalice of light. We are the miraculous children of light, and we are being reborn through the cosmic womb of the divine feminine as we take responsibility and go forward, seeding our legacy of love and light that lives beyond the vessel of flesh. And all we're asked to do is accept life on life's terms. As life comes, we roll with it. And hopefully we're not rolling with the punches, right? We're rolling in between the waves, perhaps. The waves. The waves of what? Our emotion and the energetic waves. Because let's face it, we are receiving love and support from the etheric realms, from the cosmic realms. And it's up to us to attune to the subtle energies that are supporting us. Can we I don't know what they wanted me to say there. Oh, can we attune and bring balance from within? Because you and I, anyone who's guided here, whether this is your first time landing here, all of you are incredibly powerful light workers. You came to this planetary realm for in service to that which is sacred. And that journey of returning to sacred, returning to righteousness, always begins within each of us, right? Each of us having to overcome our trauma. Trauma. And if you're of a similar vintage or older, and actually maybe even younger, because I believe that we have, as a collective, as a society, 1221 there, we have caused more harm than good for our children going forward. I strongly feel and actually see that children nowadays are far more damaged, and they're not children that grew up with the heavy hand of discipline as many of us did, right? Some may call it corporal punishment. But we lived. We lived, and with any luck we got ourselves well adjusted because we did the inner work to heal from whatever it was we experienced. And the children nowadays, they didn't grow up with the heavy-handed discipline, right? They were coddled, they were bubble wrapped, they were this and that. And the children nowadays are so frigging confused, can't read, can hardly write, don't do old math, do some sort of new math, confused as to whether they're boys or girls or cats or furries or whatever other foolishness is being seeded into their sweet little minds, their powerful minds. And, this is why we see the rise of mental health issues. And, if there's a mental health issue, there's obviously no doubt an emotional and spiritual component that is missing in there, that's lacking. And I'm a firm believer, if we can bring people back to their emotions, and through their emotions, they will reestablish a spiritual connection, we could heal a lot of these mental health issues better than any pill, better than any revolving door. We have to help people to be seen, help people feel to be seen, felt seen. You know what I mean? That's what we, hey, Milos, hello, brother, welcome. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Balanced power. 41. We've had a lot of 41s this week, I believe. Yes, this was a 41. The new beginning, the moon mating. 41 is a 5 energy. 5 energy is uncomfortable. And we've been within a lot of 5 energy this year. It's so uncomfortable because it asks us to change. And we humans don't like change. I mean, we see change all around us, right? We see changes in the world, we see the changing of the seasons. And so change is inevitable. What's optional is our growth. And in order to grow, we must be willing to make some changes that support our growth in the here and now. And so this is really it's called balance power. So that may be a balance power between the masculine and feminine in your experience, and perhaps in partnership with the other, coming into union with the other, the counterpart energy. This is also speaking to me at this time. If there's something, if you feel some situation, some person, something outside of yourself is um, affecting your personal power, it's time to call your power back. And perhaps using the sword of Pendragon, the sword of Archangel Michael, to clear cut that energetic connection. Because we're the high vibe tribe, and we're here, and we're aware that we're here, and we're multidimensional. Yes, this is third dimensional. The physical vessel is having the third dimensional experience. And the third and fourth dimension is where we work out all the bullshit, all the egoic stuff. This is where, the battle is played, the spiritual battle. For those who don't believe we're in a spiritual battle, we are. Every single thing is either working for us or working against us from remembering who we are. The children of God, the children of Source, the children of Creator. Call that whatever you like. Some people are so put off by the word God. If it puts you off, just look at it as an acronym: good orderly direction, right? Divine protection. So for some here today, there may be a need to wield your sword of light and cut off anyone, cut out. And a lot of times it's cut off and cut out our own bullshit. If we want to get honest with this beauty keeps coming up, and I keep saying I am the goddess of fertility every time she comes up. And so I'm glad she came up again today, and I can correct it to say I am the emerald goddess. And the message is fertility. This is Empress energy. Number 14, again, 41, 14, 14. So now we've got triple fives. So frigging uncomfortable, but triple five speaks of massive changes moving through our lives. And these changes are prosperous changes. They are like wishes and dreams coming true. They are the beginning, the bright new beginning, the miraculous new beginning that is offered to us because of all that we have worked through, all that we have overcome. Keep going. Don't give up now. Don't run and hide, because positive news is on the way as we begin, as we embark upon this new beginning. They're saying the bottom card, and this new life. Emotional healing. The new beginning is born of emotional healing. Are you the even-keeled ship? Are you the even-keeled embodiment of Source? Do you allow Spirit, God, Creator to guide you? Remember yesterday, the message came through that Spirit guidance is elevating. It will lift us up. It may ask us to make some difficult choices. It may ask us to change some things, and it likely will. And yet, anything we're being asked to let go of, anything we're being asked to change, it is for our greatest and highest good. 100%. 100%. So keep going. You're doing amazing. And the message here is you should remain positive. 1919 there on the clock. The sun. Remain positive. Remain optimistic about the highest possible outcome. The sacred path. Let go of logic and trust your intuition. Exactly what's being said here. And yesterday we had this card, the path. And now we've got the goddess of the sacred path. The path is spiritual. in human form. We are here to spiritualize the human experience. We are here to remember that we are spiritual, that our soul is spiritual. And that the soul eternally grows. Like the human has an expiry date, the soul doesn't. The soul is eternal. And, every religion speaks about the eternal soul, and yet very few live as if they are in service to that eternal soul, right? Because they're waiting to go home somewhere. Here, earth is our home. This is the school we came to remember that we are home of the eternal soul. So there's been so much confusion. So let go of logic and trust your intuition. And we spoke about that yesterday, how our ego will block our intuition and have us doing things that go against divine's will for us. And we've all experienced it. And we must remember that all is forgiven as we restore ourselves to sanity, as we come back upon the path of the sacred vision. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? We can't always trust what others are saying or what others aren't saying. The thing we can trust, though, is what? 2121? Our intuition. So stick to your vision, as Maestro Fresh West sang. For Canadians, you'll know that. If you're not Canadian, you probably won't. They're saying the top card too. So. And then we got the angel of joyfulness. Something wondrous and magical is about to happen. Trust your vision even when we can't see it. Perhaps we've taken the blinders off, but we still feel like it's just tunnel vision. We're just seeing a small part of the picture, because we probably are. And especially where others are involved, right? We don't know another person's heart. We don't know another person's thoughts or feelings until they express them to us. And so I guess all we can do is be the responsible vessel who is clearly able to express their thoughts and feelings and opinions. Opinions are just opinions. We all have them. And the beautiful thing about that is, like, an opinion is not a fact, right? So we can change. And 5 speaks of that change. Change, change, change. These are amazing cards. And the final one that came out, and I think we had joy somewhere else this week too. I don't see it right off the hop here. But now we have the goddess of knowledge. Start to apply what you already know. Trust your intuition. How much more do we have to be told to trust our intuition? Trust the sacred vision. Do you believe you're here on a mission? Do you believe that your wishes, like our wishes and dreams, our imagination, this is a part of the vision. And we wouldn't have such dreams, such imagination, if we didn't have the ability to bring it through. So one more card here. There it is. I said that yesterday. If you allow yourself, talk to your angels right now and ask them to guide you to 1, 2, or 3. And next, I'm going to pull some tree angel oracles, and then we're going to carry on. We're going to get a message from the trees, the standing ones. But of course, we're meant to stick to our vision because divine justice is playing out. Things are being righted. Wrongs that have been committed, injustices are being righted through our sacred walk with our heart, trusting our intuition, allowing ourselves to experience joy again, allowing ourselves to open up to the experience of love again. And when we do, our health transforms. We start to feel better. We start to look better. We take better care of ourselves. Everything changes when we listen to our intuition and act accordingly. And remember, love is an action. Love in action. It's not an emotion, folks. Think about that. Love is not an emotion. Love is what we are naturally. And Our emotions actually block us from the experience of love. And unhealed emotions usually see us engaging in toxic connections with others. And these toxic connections are detrimental to the well-being and health of humans. And many experience the narcissist and empath connection. Those can almost be deadly. And in many cases, they are deadly, right? And you and I are all lucky to have been out of them. And, the narc and the empath are played by both genders, male and female. We've perhaps played the role of one or the other. And so I think a lot of times people think a narcissist is just a male energy. That's not true. That's not true at all. A lot of feminine narcs out there, because they're not listening to their heart, they're not trusting their heart, and they're moving on from a space of unhealed emotions. And so then they connect with another human, and the emotions are triggered, and hooks are put in place, hooks are activated. We got to clear the sacral space, which is an incredibly sacred space. No one taught the children how sacred our sexuality is. And it is. And so with any luck, some of us are here to teach those lessons, those beautiful lessons about sacredness and the importance of honoring ourselves and respecting ourselves and knowing our values, so we don't get, so the children don't get hooked into those terrible connections. Chastity, right? We all poo-poo and laugh at that because many of us are from the time, we were born after the 60s, maybe in the 70s or 80s, and everything was like, woo, go for it. And yet most of us that were going for it were wounded children that ended up hurting ourselves even more for maybe a decade or decades of our life. And so what are we called to do right now is to surrender. Surrender into the now, surrender into the moment. This is beautiful. Stand tall, stand proud. Again, it feels like there's a message coming. Positive news, something we've been hoping for or waiting for. And, with any luck, we've shut the door on anything that came before December 1st, 2025. 12/1/2025. OMG. Okay, so 1, 2, or 3. Let's get some tree angel messages, and we're going to get out of here. Tomorrow we're going to be back, and we're going to play in the energy of what is, if such a thing exists, a twin flame connection. What are they? What is the purpose? How would we know? And do twin flame, we're going to see, because everything that's coming through, again, I've never really been one to speak about this stuff. I'm all about the personal healing journey. I'm here to support the individual to continue to awaken, to continually courageously dive into their own depths. I've never really been called much to the energy of a twin flame until I have had the experience myself of a connection. It's not manifest in the material, but there was an activation through that connection, and that connection was one of recognition. And I literally heard a message, and it literally blew my mind. And it was made through eye contact. Not to say that this individual and I hadn't passed each other plenty of times. No doubt we had. And it was this one day, November 29th, 2024, where there was eye contact and a message was received, and my life has not been the same. And that journey through the last year with that counterpart energy has been profoundly transformative and healing. And I think that's the biggest thing about the twins. Twins don't really come together in this life until they've done their personal healing. And so I think when twins meet in this life, there's an activation that takes place, and then there's another period, a difficult period of separation, where each are called to dive deeper into their emotional waters so that they can clear away things in order for union, sacred union, to take place. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow if that's something you're interested in. If it's not, then maybe you'll want to skip tomorrow and come back on Wednesday, where we tap into the delightful, whimsical child that lives within us all. So for your tree angel oracles, if you were guided to number 1, we have the sycamore. We had the sycamore last week, again, with an 11. Remember, 1 energy is the magician. The 11 is the divine justice, right? It's the justice card. And so I do feel like, and again, we see this, we're in the season of Sagittarius, the centaur, half man, half horse, shooting our arrow. We've already shot our arrows into the world. Cupid shot their arrow into our heart, and that piercing of our heart has allowed us to open up. So I feel like those of you guided to number 1, you're standing in your power. Justice is being served at this time. And you just need to get out of your mind and trust that everything is unfolding in divine and perfect order. And we see the moon energy above the head here. That is the intuition, trusting the intuition. Magician, take your wand and make a wish. You were born for this. And the oracle message of the sycamore is, oh my God, I remember this last week. We ended on this one. And I love it. Precision of the eagle, clarity of the blue skies, power of lightning, breath of the winds. The presence of your spirit gathers near and far, within and without. And my addition is trust your heart. Trust your heart. You got this. If you were guided to number 2, you've got the larch. Number 17, star energy. Everything that is unfolding now, everything that has taken place in our lives, everything holds an enormous amount of potential for healing. And unfortunately, so many dear humans are so disconnected from their own beautiful heart that they can't even see the potential for healing. They can't even see a way out of where they're at. And yet, that's not you. This is you. You are beginning to delight in life again. You are beginning to open to the mystical experience again. And you are healing. This is so beautiful. And you've done your healing through strength, with strength and courage and optimism. And I'm really guided to the circle in the back. And it's like you've got all this spiritual support. And so for some of you, you may not feel like you have a lot of support in your day-to-day life. You're not alone. Even though I say that and people are like, well, yeah, I am. I know, so am I. So am I. Yet we're not alone. Maybe that's what separates the wheat from the chaff, the warrior from, the wounded, is the warrior knows that we don't walk alone. I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here if I was truly alone. Yes, I'm alone. Like no one lives in the space with me, my son, when he's home. But, I everything is, I do it on my own. And so yet I would not be able to function if it was not for the spiritual support I receive on a daily basis that keeps me keeping the faith, that keeps me being curious enough to dive within, that keeps me open enough to be open to the new beginnings, to be open to loving connections, to be open to friendships, right? So stay open. You're not alone. You're doing great. And this with the star there, I really feel that this is like saying it's safe for you to let your starlight out. That's what the hermit does. The hermit takes a solitary walk, right? It's very contemplative, very responsible and diligent in the inner work. And then what happens after the hermit comes out is we move into the wheel of fortune, right? And if you go back to the beginning of this year, if you go back to last year around this time and follow along, I would have to say everything's been, I would venture to say everything's been on target, and that we're on target, and that the messages that have come through this channel and this space have been phenomenal and completely lining up to where we are now at the end of this year, this bright new beginning, as the wheel has spun in our favor. We have to be the ones willing to open up and say, yep, here I am, world. Like me or lump it. It doesn't really matter, because I'm no longer stumped. Although we may sit on some log stumps and gather our thoughts. That's the way to do it. Oh, God. I'm funny. Do you think I'm funny? I do. Oh my gosh, this message, number 2, this message, be still my heart. Be still my freaking beautiful heart. Listen to this. Your star has risen and will not leave you. Luck and inspiration, power and perseverance. Be ready and open yourself. Awesome. Thank you. Be ready and open yourself to the rhythm of the seasons, the earth who holds you, and the light of the heavens. You are the light of heavens. I could cry because we are so beautiful, guys and gals. Like, can we not just see ourselves? Can we not just take a chance on life? Can we not just take a chance on our dreams? Can we not just take a chance on the child within that just wants to go forth and conquer the world? Or not conquer the world, show the world who they are, show the world their freaking beautiful heart. Come on, you can do it, or you wouldn't be here. I have complete faith in you. We can do it. That's so beautiful. And if you were guided to number 3, there's the masculine, the masculine called the beach. I love it. And look at this. This is like the masculine is healing too. I think sometimes, as women, it's all like rah, rah, sister this, sister that. I mean, I'm team humanity. I'm for the brothers too. I really want the men to rise up, particularly men around my vintage, Gen Xers. We need to rise, because otherwise, what's going to be left for the children yet to come? As the many native teachings go, we are here in service to the 7 generations that came before us that were unable to do what we're able to do for a myriad of reasons. And then we're here in service to the 7 generations ahead so that they don't have to experience the stuff that we had to. And Tristan's confirming that. So we don't have to experience the stuff that we had to. And yet we are failing here. I'm not saying we're failures. I'm just saying as a whole, we're really failing. This woke nonsense, the ideologies that have been seeded, confusing children as to whether they're boys or girls. Like, what the actual fuck? I want to knock heads together when I hear that. I literally want to knock heads together. And no disrespect, whatever your fetishes are, if you want to dress up as if you're a guy and you want to put on your wife's panties and garter, like, go for it. But keep it in home, because it doesn't look very good outside of your house. It probably doesn't even look really good inside of your house. But hey, whatever floats your boat. But don't tell me that I have to pretend you're a woman, because I won't. I won't. And we shouldn't. And we shouldn't be allowing what's happening. Yes, and people will say, oh, the two-spirited. We're all two-spirited. We are all two-spirited, everyone. We've got a masculine side and we've got a feminine side. Full stop. Let's not confuse things. And this is what demonic energy does. This is what parasitic energy does. Wants to confuse us. Wants to confuse our beautiful children. Full stop. Hands off. Rise up. And this is what we need the masculine to do, because the women can't do it alone. I'm very powerful in my own right. And I have no doubt more powerful in partnership with a counterpart. The unstoppable is what I just heard. Oh, okay. All right. And that's the same true for the masculine. Masculine are a lot of men are very powerful in their own right. So powerful that they've blocked out their own damn light and the light of connection to a feminine that just wants to love, a feminine who knows what her role is. And I'm a firm believer that men and women, we have roles in this life, and we can debate that at another place, another time here, if you'd like. I have complete confidence when I say that. And although that's, and some may say, well, that's your opinion. Change my mind. Change my mind. I mean, I grew up in a time when we knew what we were. There was no confusion. And, for a myriad of reasons, we've ended up at this point in time. And you must remember too, like those who run the narrative, the say 1% that have control over this planetary realm, or feel like they do. We really do, but we're just giving our power away. That 1%, they don't think like we do. They don't even worship the same as we do. If you think of Baphomet, woman up top, man at the bottom. Okay. I mean, that would be a hermaphrodite, right? There are rare cases. Rare. I mean, I've met one in my life, a true hermaphrodite. And yet, most of us, like at the end of the day, I say to people all the time, look, 100 years from now, men, when the archaeologist digs up your bones, they're going to know you're a man. How are they going to know? From your pelvic region. Women, same thing. They dig up our bones, they're going to go over woman because of the pelvic region. Men, because of the pelvic region. So, like, we can go and play all this stuff. We can lop breasts off of children. We can give them hormone suppressors. We're harming them. It's harm. It's abuse. It's probably worse than the corporal punishment some of us grew up with, right? So, anyways, that's where I got from. That's what I got from this card. That's what I got from that. But you know what I'm really, look, we got the 26 yesterday too, the beach. The beach is what we got today. And then it's the legacy of love that we are here to seed. I'm going to read that card today for all of us right now. Lover to lover and parents to child. We unite and live on throughout the ages, generation upon generation. What will your story be? Remember that you are a part of an expansive human family. Past, present, and future, all lives now, my edition. And all are traveling together on this boat named Earth. Though our journeys may be experienced differently, our destination, our home, is shared. Each journey is intertwined. You are at the beginning of a new cycle. Here we go again, new beginnings. You are at the beginning of a new cycle within your own story. Your parents have had their own separate stories, and all three stories were agreed upon, predetermined, yet still separate. You have responsibility, and we got that card yesterday too, the responsibility card. You have responsibility, an expected path, yet expectations can be broken. Your inner child has a chance to reframe inherited pain. Negative genetics wither away in the joy of knowing with higher awareness and in new positive cycles. This is a new positive cycle for both the feminine and the masculine. And I don't even know what that is here, but I'm feeling, it's just the hands. The hands. Oh, my mind. What I was actually seeing there was a conch shell. Ooh, blowing the conch shells. Have you ever heard someone play a conch shell? Those are amazing. But that's what I was seeing, the man holding in his hands, the conch shell. But he's actually it's like sending his energy, his love out into the world. And his hands are placed right in front of his beautiful sweetheart. OMG. And such healing, the healing that takes place. I love that the masculine came out with all the feminine energy here, because we really do need one another. And I don't know, perhaps I'm a hopeless, I don't even know what I am. I don't know. Am I a hopeless romantic, or am I a dreamer? I'm all of it. And I believe in all of it. I have faith that whatever we believe to be true, whatever we can imagine as a part of our experience, can happen for us. And the only thing required of us to do is take action in the direction of love. So let's see what good old Beach says. And again, it's that 8 energy. 8, 8, 8, 888. The legacy, 888. I moved to an address, 888, 1 year ago. Has it felt very prosperous and abundant? Not yet. But you know what? Actually, yeah, it has, because it's been incredibly healing. Oh my God. Okay. So here's the message as we wrap up today. Protecting the heart creates space for trust, for new growth. Look, if we don't trust our heart, who's going to trust us? You know, some of the words that came through last week were loyalty, fidelity, devotion, emotion, faith. Okay, I'm going to start that again, but it really feels important. Like, we must trust our heart. If I don't trust my heart, who's going to trust it? You know, most people think I'm like most of in my intimate close circle, and my intimate close circle is not it's not highly spiritual. I'm the spiritual one in the group. And I'm the kook in the group. You know, most people think I'm like, yes, they think I'm strong, they think I'm, you know, funny, they think I'm, you know, kind and all that. When it comes to the spiritual component of my life, they just don't understand it at all. And, you know, I think I feel like a lot of them wish I would go out there and expand my horizons, go out there and have some fun and meet someone and not spend so much time alone. I've already met the one. So until I get further confirmation that it's a no-go, I'm solely focused on the counterpart experience. And yeah, so we have to continue to trust our own heart, because others will have different ideas of what they would like to see for us and all of that. And the heart knows what the heart knows. The soul knows. And, you know, I've never been so confident in a connection that doesn't even exist. I've never been more confident in a connection that doesn't even exist in the material sphere of things, right? It's a total spiritual union. There's no doubt about that. Now, if we could happen, like if the reunion could happen here in the physical, that would be great, you know? And yeah, so yet we're each human, right? Each person has their own path, and they have to um, come to their own conclusions guided by their intuition in their own unique way. And we can't expect others to um, be like us. So protecting the heart creates space for trust, for new growth. Remembering brings wisdom. We learn for the future from our experiences of the past. Spirit overcomes time. Yes. Spirit overcomes the mind, right? The mind, ego, will block our intuition, which speaks to us through the heart, the third eye, the gut. That was a good little session. Wolf Mother, thank you so much. I'm glad I lifted your spirits. You know, that means it's a job well done today. And you've lifted mine by being here. And I've also lifted mine by taking the action and coming here. Because you know what? Let's be honest. Life hasn't been easy for any of us. right? And yet it becomes easier, more easeful. Remember, dis-ease. Put a hyphen or a hyphen in between dis and ease. Dis-ease is our own discomfort with what our experience has been, with our emotions. And it takes a lot of courage. And so I'm so, honestly, thank you so much for your courage and your strength to move yourself into a place that's more easy. I've got a peaceful, easy feeling, and I know you won't let me down. Because we're already standing on the ground. We may have been kicked to the ground. We may have been stomped on, and people may have been celebrating that fall of ours. People may have celebrated their ability to kick us to the ground, disregard us like we didn't matter. And yet, we are the spirit that within, we are the matter that within spirit resides. And so, you can't keep a good girl or guy down for long, especially one who is, a spiritual warrior, who is aware of the essence of soul, who, and I feel as much as women have been jaded by love, so have men. And, we need to get back together again. We need to come together again to help one another heal more deeply. Because any man that is drawn to me, well, no, I'm not going to even say that, because a lot of toxic, unhealed men are drawn, right? It's the personality, I guess, right? It's certainly not the spiritual wisdom. They're not drawn to me for that. Most of them are like, huh? What did she just say? Yeah, over your head, bud. Yeah. And so, anyways, I don't know. I'm getting silly now and I feel like I'm just rambling. So I'm going to call it a day here. We'll be back here tomorrow for some fun playing within the twin flame energy. And I really encourage you, if you um, have any information about twin flames, I'm more interested in information that arises organically as opposed to any um, stuff that's out there. I'm always more about what arises from within me than going by perhaps like a spiritual manual or a crystal guidebook or a number guidebook. I just go completely on intuition. And so I was rather shocked when this message was coming through on Saturday about a twin flame connection, which I'll be fully transparent. I do believe I am experiencing such a connection. Again, it's only in the spiritual. It hasn't materialized in the human experience. And so come back tomorrow and I'll share with you some of the information that came through for me. I think it was about 7 pages. So we'll share that. And, if information keeps coming through, I'll continue to share that here on Tuesdays with all of you. And yeah, with that being said, I hope something here made sense. I feel like I kind of went off on a little ramble and tangent, but I am known to do that from time to time. What did one of they used to say about me when I was young? All the teachers would say to my parents, "Gosh," and my grandparents and stuff, "that child has the gift of the gab." Yeah, I guess I do, and as an adult, I do too. So I'm going to mute myself now. Thank you, Wolf Mother Oracle. You have a wonderful day as well. Milos and Kiki, thank you also for being here and commenting during the live. And for all the rest of you, if you've made it this far, please do consider hitting the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, drop a comment down below. Let's open up and really, truly, with authenticity and integrity, pour into one another's cup. With any luck, that's what I've done for you here today. And I thank you for doing the same for me. Until tomorrow, everyone, I see you. I feel you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for showing up. And get out there and, harness your power, the power of love, the source from above, freeing our soul in the here and now. Get out there and do it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.